Do 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 do. Hey everybody, how's it going? Happy Mother's Day. If you're not a mother, you might have one, or you might know one, or you might get to cram on one. I am not a mother, but I have one, and I get to cram one, and she's here tonight. Everybody, Jax is with me here in the chat.
Hello and welcome.
Yes, so everybody say Happy Mother's Day to Jax. I love mothers. Mothers are amazing. Mothers are great people. Not everybody had the best mother, but I think we can all acknowledge that without mothers, we wouldn't be here. So, I don't know about y'all, but I'm happy to be here because I get to spend tonight hanging out with y'all and this beautiful mother right here. So I hope everybody's having a great day. I hope you got to spend a little bit of time with your mom. I hope if you are a mom that you got to spend a little bit of time with your kids. I hope it was quality time. I hope it was the best time. I hope that you're still with your baby daddy and he's a good dude. And if he's not a good dude, I hope you're not with him. And if you're not with him, I hope that bastard pays his child support on time every time. So tonight we are going to be talking about some stuff. I'm actually going to be showing you guys a little bit of what happens when people cuss out the judge in the courtroom. Now, I want to let you guys know right off rip, I do not endorse this type of behavior. This is pure animalistic behavior. There is like literally zero survival instinct in these human beings right here. I don't know how they do it. I may not have always liked every judge that I've sat in front of. I might not have agreed with the sentence that they handed down. Normally, I've been pretty cool with every sentence that I've been handed down, to be honest with you. Whether I wanted to go back into the jail or go to prison or not. When I got sentenced to prison, I felt like it was very fair. In fact, I felt like I probably deserved a little bit more, to be honest with you. But I wasn't going to complain about that. What I did feel like complaining about was that the dude before me got sentenced to way less time than me, and the judge was nice to him, and he was there on some really bad types of charges. He had victims, and they were young, and it was a bad deal. And then he let him have 30 days to report back to the jail to turn himself in. Did he give me that? Absolutely not. All I did was stole some Hondas and did high-speed chases, which is terrible, terrible behavior. But I feel like there's a quintessential difference. And I'm going to ask you guys right here in the chat, do you think that it's a different type of crime to steal somebody's Honda than to steal a child's innocence? Let me know in the chat. I'd appreciate your guys' feedback on that. I definitely deserved my 39 months. They probably could have given me a couple more years, and I still would have been like, yo, you know what? I deserved it. And I was more pissed about them giving him 30 days to report back because I was waiting to be put in a room with this dude so I could put hands all across him. I wanted to get the ones. I wanted to run the fade with the dude. I didn't like the cut of his jib or the stuffs that he did. So I was trying to get in there like Italian swimwear. I wanted to wedge up all inside of him with a couple fisticuffs, but you know what I'm saying. Yo, Dalton Miller said, go JD, go unsub. It's funny. I was just talking to my good friend, my homeboy, the fat electrician's dad, right before I jumped on here. That was the last thing I did was I texted him because me and him are plotulating on a good possible collab to do with Unsub and another very famous YouTube personality that I think it would be great. I think it would be great. And honestly, it was all Nick's dad's idea, bro. He was like, yo, check it out. You know that dude? I'm like, oh yeah, me and that dude, we're tight, bro. We got two of the best beards on the internet. Of course we hang out. Of course we know each other. And he was like, yo, we should get both of you on Unsub at the same time. And I was like, I'm going to hit him up. So he's down. I'm going to hit up Nick and see if Nick wants to run it, bro. Have just, nothing but beards and autism on the damn Unsub podcast. I think it would make a great episode. Pinky's out because we keep it fancy up in her. So you guys, I love you. Thank each and every one of you for being here and hanging out with us today. We're going to have some fun. I'm in a chipper mood because it's Jax's day. It's my wifey's day. And I always get happier than a pumpkin and a pecker patch when it's Jack's day. She also gets Jack's Miss, which is her birthday, but that's a whole month. We celebrate Jax's birth for a whole month every year.
We do?
Yes, we do.
I'm so excited. Can we tell them what my Mother's Day present is this year?
I think that it would be super appropriate if you told them about your Mother's Day present.
Okay, so I have to give a little bit of context. There's a show called Peacemaker that we love. It's very just kitschy and fun and hilarious. And there is Eagly on the show, a bald eagle. Okay.
Eagly is Peacemaker's sidekick. He's a bald, like a go type of dude.
So we watched the trailer for the new season that's about to drop. And of course, my intrusive thought was, hey, wouldn't it be cool if I got an eagle tattooed on my knee? It can be Neegly.
Neegly!
I'm so excited. I'm like stupid excited. We were laughing really, really hard. And I've been wanting to tattoo that knee because it's all scarred up, which makes it look like I've been putting in work. And that's kind of cringe. So
she has.
I'm getting a bald Neagle tattoo.
So you guys, before we get into this, I want to thank the mods for being here. And we have a mod here that we haven't seen in a hot minute because he's super busy. Harvey Talks Prison. Great to see you, my guy. Love you, buddy. If you're not following Harvey, you ought to be. I want to thank every single one of our mods, man. They're in here putting in work every single week, every single live, and we appreciate them to the fullest. Speaking of that, Abby put in a chat that said, we need a Steel Hondas, not childhoods on a shirt. Now, here's the thing. While I appreciate the comedic value of it, I don't want to encourage stealing anything. I don't think we should be stealing nothing. I am remorseful and remiss about the fact that I used to steal things that people worked so hard for, that were quintessential to their lives. You know, people needed to be able to get to work, and they probably didn't get to go to work because I stole their shit. Because I was a meth head. People might have needed to be able to take their kids to appointments, all of that type of stuff. I don't ever want to endorse bad behaviors. And speaking of, I'm going to just reiterate this because we about to pop off in here. We about to see some stuff. I do not endorse the behavior we're about to see neither. And you guys are going to see exactly what I'm talking about right about now. Here we go. Why are you freezing on me? Bro, it's Mother's Day. You can't do this on Black History Month. What the hell? Hello? Do you guys know if I take a MacBook and I blow on it, will that help? Do I put it in rice? What do I do here? Oh, no. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have to take it off and I'm going to re-add it. And hopefully that'll fix the situation. Maybe that ought to do it. We're going to try this again one more time. And I do apologize for the false start, the pump fake, as they would say in prison. If you know what I'm saying. Any of y'all that been to prison, we all know about that pump fake action. It's no good. Let's see. Is this it? No, that ain't it. Is this it? See, I had this all queued and ready to go, and then they did me dirty. They did me dirty on here. What the hell? Here we go. Found it. Hey, that was tedious. I'm sorry about that. What the hell? And
that's another 3. That's another 93. That's another 93.
If you can believe it, it's just for a misdemeanor trespassing charge.
So this dude went in on a misdemeanor and he just started telling the judge to repeatedly to book his whammer. to neck on his wiener.
This is Daryl Jarrell, the defendant, and this is Judge Cedric Simpson, who you may recognize from another of his court cases that went viral.
Mr. Harris, are you driving? This is a driving while license suspended.
That is correct, Your Honor.
And he was just driving.
Yeah, Judge Simpson can't quite catch a break, can he? He sets a court date in September for Jarrell, and apparently that was the last straw.
This is you know what? You know, no. I'm going to tell you what. You don't come here. You don't.
Bro, it wasn't even about sentencing. He wasn't even sentencing the dude. The dude wasn't even in custody. He was out of custody. It's not even like he was like, hey, you're going to have to wait another 2 months and you're going back to jail to sit that time out. The judge just told him, we're going to see you in another couple months, bud. You could go back home. You could go back to work. You can enjoy McDonald's or Chick-fil-A while you wait. And he started flipping out and cussing out the judge. Who does that, bro? Because you're going back to see that judge, and that judge is going to tell you how long you have to go to jail or prison. That's not the judge you want to piss off. That is not, no survival instinct, homie. What? He's lucky this judge is halfway decent.
Okay.
He was out of order in court, and you can't get away with just talking, especially the judge like that. That's ridiculous.
And it continued as the bailiff hauled Jarrell away.
That's another 93. That's 6 93s.
How do you think the judge handled it?
Pretty good. I mean, hopefully he resents some of that time, but you read what you saw.
So he was giving him 93 days for every time he was cursing him out. You got to sit 93 days. You tell me, I want to know in the chat, is it worth it to tell the judge to book your whammer, to give you sloppy toppy for 93 days every time, or telling him F you? Would you want to rack up a whole bunch of 93-day sentences for something like that? I would shut my big dumb Irish mouth, bro. I have absolutely been pissed off in situations and known that I needed to just give it a little I want to say something because I'm not an idiot. I'm not a moron. There's no way that's worth it, bro. That dude, yeah, he couldn't help it, bro. That shovel was attached to his throat. He just kept messing himself over.
Judge Simpson quickly moves on to the next case, Keith Jenkins, who watched the entire debacle.
I just seen how you doing, Your Honor? How you doing, sir?
Bro, I'm going to tell you right now, if you're sitting in court and the dude, before you get sentenced, pisses off the judge, I've been in that situation. I've been in that situation where the dude right before you pisses the judge off and you're like, man, I needed him to be in a good mood because I like my life. I enjoy pussy and steak and breathing air that isn't consisting of other men's farts. And I don't want to ask cops for toilet paper and you're messing everything up right now. What is you doing? And you're sitting there going, bro, that poor kid, his mouth. If you piss that judge off and he takes it out on you, you're cooked. When you go into court and you're about to get sentenced, the whole idea is you want that judge to be in the best mood humanly possible. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. That poor kiddo. Sheesh.
Oh, man.
I'm doing great.
At least he can laugh it off.
All the evidence shows that
This dude is wild. This is crazy. You guys are going to love this.
deliberately.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I know.
The words were that you deliberately were hawking up.
Bullshit. I didn't hawk up no saliva, okay? That's bullshit. And you're going to believe those lies. That's what I'm talking about. I didn't hawk up no saliva. You're going to believe a lie because they wearing uniform. Just like they beat Richards.
Like such a nice guy.
They beat Richards. Did they beat
the judge? But you seem like such a nice guy. Yeah, dude, this is another one of those dudes that you just Just your mouth. Just your little mouth, bud.
Richards in February that wrote, oh, and you don't know who Richards is, huh? February 15th, that rogue ass Diaz beat the man, fractured his jaw, put him in the hospital on life support. You remember that? He's doing such a good job, isn't he? Diaz wearing.
I'm pretty sure the judge probably doesn't know every cop, every bailiff, every deputy. It's not really on the judge to be knowing these things, my guy. And you're not doing yourself any big favors here by cursing in a courtroom. You do not curse in a courtroom. I'm going to just let you guys know, for those of y'all who've never been to court, there's a few things that you should do. You should show up dressed to impress. You don't got to go overboard with it. Don't get you one of those tuxedos with the tails or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But wear something that looks like you're showing respect to the court. Because honestly, you need to be respecting that court, bro. You need to be respecting that court. If you're not showing respect to the court, they're not going to show no respect, leniency, mercy, or grace to you. And you're there probably because you messed something up, my dog. You know what I'm saying? Like every time I've been to court, it's because I did some shit. Sure enough, I done did something. And, even if you are there and you're innocent, disrespecting the judge is not going to get you where you want to be, my guy. Use your honor. Don't just be like, yo, judge. Hey, yo, judge. That ain't going to work out for your better interest. Use your honor. Show a modicum of respect and see where that gets you. It's always worked way better with me. You know what I'm saying? It's always definitely helped me out. Just be decent. Be respectful, because you're in a bad situation, my friend. Yo, Pin King said, weird question. When you visited Unsubscribe, did you have to report your interaction with angry cops? That's actually a good question, because if you are going to have any type of interaction when you're on probation with a law enforcement, any type of law enforcement, you are supposed to report it if it's negative interaction. So, I worked when I was on house arrest for 2 years in Daytona Beach. And also I was on probation for a while in Daytona Beach before I moved to Oregon. There were many times when I worked at treatment facilities and a sober living where I actually had to call the police because people had overdosed. And so, I went to my officer and I'm like, hey, I had to call 911. Somebody overdosed. Officers showed up. Me and an officer were in this bathroom, giving this booty ass naked dude who had shit himself and thrown up all over himself Narcan. And we saved his life. And she's like, look, I don't give a fuck about that, bro. Just so you know, don't report it to me unless it's a negative interaction. If someone calls the police on you, let me know. If you call the police because you're on some saving somebody's life shit, we don't want to know. And when I was with Rich, because I got rides with Rich, I hung out with Rich, Angry Cops, Detective Richard High, amazing human being, good friend of mine. I would go in the mud for that dude, bro. I would go in the mud for that dude anytime. But he was not in an official capacity. He was not there doing police work. He was off duty. So if I have an interaction with an off-duty cop while I'm on probation, I do not need to report that. You only need to report negative interactions where they're coming to investigate you. Now, if you're in a car, that car gets pulled over, they run your name, you want to report that. Otherwise, you could get yourself a violation and they could throw you back in jail. Violations are no bueno, my friend. Then you're going to be in front of a judge and you should use the words, Your Honor, dress nice, and not curse at them. Intellectual iconoclasm said, dude looks like but I've got God and righteous on my side type. How well does that play out in court and on the yard? It does not play out at all whatsoever, man. That's about the same type of level of energy as going into court and trying to run that, I'm a sovereign citizen. You have no jurisdiction over me. That's not my name. That type of shit. Judges hate that shit, bro. I'm going to tell you this. Judges and inmates have one common denominator. We can't stand a motherfucker who thinks he's special. If you think you're special in a courtroom, they're going to show you you're not. If you think you're special on a prison yard, you're going to get fucked up, dog. they're going to let you know real quick. So for sure, my man.
Uniform, right? Rogue deputy.
Look at me.
Just
I'm
like
in charge of
Evelyn.
this.
You ain't got to scream at me.
You're,
Oh,
You gonna
he
raise your
called her a
voice at
bitch.
me?
oh my God.
You raise your voice to me, I raise my voice to you. You just in a row.
I appreciate Mr. Gaines making my point for me.
You punk.
Very well received.
Yo. So the prosecutor goes, I appreciate Mr. Gaines making my point for me. It's very well received. Yeah. What he's saying there is that dumb motherfucker just dug his own grave. That prosecutor doesn't even have to do no work. He's already proven to the court that he's a liability. He's threatening. He's menacing. He's violent. That judge, all she has to do is take a look at all that and be like, yeah, no, we're going to cook you. We're going to throw the maximum at you because he just called the judge a bitch. Bro, that's a bad idea. Now I want to make this real clear. You have freedom of speech. It is not illegal to tell somebody they're a bitch. But when you're in a courtroom, there's a thing called contempt of court. Showing contempt towards a judge and disrespecting a judge is one of the limitations of your freedom of speech. Whether we like it or not, that's a real life thing, my guy. And they can put you in jail for that shit. You have to show respect to the court when you're in a courtroom. So freedom of speech kind of goes out the window when you're in a courtroom. You got to kind of be chill, dog. It's one of those situations where you need to learn to act like a dolphin. If you want to say something stupid, just go. Just cut it off right at your throat level, dog. Know what I mean? I like to stay free.
Maggot mother.
And I don't think I have to take insults from.
I know. You. Use a.
He's a tough guy now.
Use a.
But I think
Use a. You'll be a. After I get sentenced,
I think Mr. Gaines has forfeited.
I'm ready to go. I was ready to go.
See what's going on here with this dude. This dude's institutionalized. You can tell this dude's done a lot of time. He calling him punk over and over again. Punk is a big word on the prison yard. That's one of them words. If somebody calls you a punk, you better put your hands up and start swinging, dog. Bitch is one of them words. Somebody calls you a bitch on that prison yard. Those words are, if you don't fight, you are what the dude just called you. And that means you're going to be in a whole lot of trouble on that prison yard for the rest of your set, dog. You gotta run up or shut up at that point. If you let somebody call you a punk or a bitch on the prison yard, you might as well lube up your asshole, spread your cheeks, and let everybody just start taking turns. Because that's going to be your life for the rest of the time you're down, homie. They're going to take every shits from you. And if somebody wants your prison pocket, you might get that took from you too. But this dude is institutionalized, and he's talking to the judge and the prosecutor the same way that he would talk to another inmate. And that's not appropriate for the real world. When you get institutionalized, that means that you are so conditioned to how you live in prison that you are no longer aware of how you need to conduct yourself in a real world setting. And a lot of dudes do that revolving door of in and out of prison over being institutionalized and forgetting their place in the world and how to live in the real world.
At least he'll be comfortable because we know he's going back.
Oh, he's definitely going back.
You punk.
I'm talking.
You.
Take out of the courtroom.
He's a maggot.
Yeah, you're a tough guy.
He's a maggot, punk. You should have died when you was a baby.
Yeah.
Maggot.
Anytime, Mr. Gaines.
Shut up, punk. He's a maggot. Should have died when you was a baby. Stillborn.
Oh my God. Should have died when you was a baby. Should have died when you was a baby. Stillborn, maggot. Irish Bomb Squad, what's up, homeboy? I mean, look, man, I'm not saying the dude don't got some style. I'm saying he don't got no survival instinct at all whatsoever, homie. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying that dude is not trying to get back out to the free world where he can operate like a normal human being. That's not how we do it. I'm trying to, anytime I'm incarcerated, I'm looking forward to getting home. but I got shit going on the streets. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he just don't got no nothing to look forward to out there on the streets. D-Money Industries said no freedom of speech in the courtroom. He's going to be locked up until GTA 6 releases. My guy, that's going to be like 2035, bro. We ain't getting that bitch anytime soon, man. I was having a good day till my homie brought up GTA 6 release date, bro. That's crazy as shit, bro. I'm so mad about that, bro. I in real life, I want to go down to Rockstar. I want the ones, homie. Can y'all shoot me an advance copy? I won't put it on the internet. I promise. Just shoot me an advance copy, bro. Y'all gonna be charging $80 for it, $120 for it? I'll give you a couple K right now. Let me get that bitch early. Give me the advanced copy.
I still think you should have been a character in it.
I think I should be a character up in that bitch, man. So I came to my buddy Larry Lawton. If anybody knows Larry Lawton, he's got a rather large YouTube. He was the world's or the US's biggest jewel thief. And me and him are good friends, man. And I came to him and I'm like, hey, man, me and you need to figure out a way to get ourselves to be characters in the new GTA game. And he's like, yeah, that's a great idea. Next thing I know, he's got a petition for him and he cut me out. I was like, Larry. He's like, I forgot, bro. I love Larry. He's a good dude, man. All the love to Larry Lawton. This next one, I just want to introduce real quick. So look, man, this one, I was reviewing videos for this and it was kind of crazy because this video just popped up on my screen when I was looking up other videos of judges getting cussed out. And I heard the judge's voice and it doesn't show the judge on the screen, but I'm like, I swear to God, I know that voice, bro. And I think I've told you guys a few times, maybe somebody in here is going to remember, there was a judge in Daytona Beach who saved my life, bro. I was sitting, I had an insane amount of bond, bro. I was already out on $110,000 bond. No, $130,000 bond. And I'd already paid my way on that, but they kept throwing old charges at me. So they had another $110,000 bond on my ass and I couldn't pay it. I was maxed out, dog. All my crime money that I stashed to the side and all that shit, I didn't have that no more, bro. I was maxed out. And I went in to see this judge and he asked me what I would do. It was for a bond reduction hearing. Just like they gave that old boy, Carmelo Anthony, they gave him a bond reduction hearing. So I went in for this bond reduction hearing and this judge said, what are you going to do if I let you out today, Mr. DeLay? And I said, well, I really want to go to this treatment center, Solutions by the Sea. And he said, you know what? I know it well and I work with them and I send people there regularly. And I knew that. But, and I had already gotten a letter from them, a letter of acceptance saying that if I got out, that they would let me in. And he said, well, Mr. DeLay, if I let you out, are you going to go there today? And I said, I promise you on everything that I am as a man that I will go. And that's when the prosecutor said, Your Honor, we caught him with fake IDs. He prints fake IDs. He prints fake money. He prints fake checks. He prints fake credit cards. He has a warrant in another state. He's already a fugitive. We've never had a bigger flight risk in our courtroom. And he looked at me and he said, Mr. DeLay, if I let you out today, are you going to run? I said, no, Your Honor. He said, what are you going to do? I said, I'm going to go to Solutions by the Sea, Your Honor. He said, Mr. DeLay, you want to see me piss her off? And I said, with my whole heart, I do, Your Honor. And he said, all right, if I lower your bond to $10,000, can you pay the 10%, the $1,000 and get out today? And I said, Your Honor, I sure can swing that. And he let me out. Now, that judge is the judge in this next video, which is crazy. Robert Williams, what up, JD? Bro, in about 4 months, I'll be off parole and out my organization too, paying off. Bro, I am so proud of you, homie. Hell yeah. Every single step that you take, we are here cheering for you. Love you, my guy. Let's check out this video. This is going to be the Honorable Judge Matthew Foxman.
All right, back on the record, Mr. McCarty, the president, he's under oath from the start of the trial.
No, I'm not. I'm not under oath.
All right, raise your right hand. I want to swear you in.
You solemnly swear?
I'm not under oath.
Raise your right hand, please.
That's your bad finger. I didn't appreciate that. But go ahead. I'm going to swear you in.
Still going to threaten me like you did the other day?
You solemnly swear?
Threaten you to participate here?
No, you threatened my life the other day.
Thank you.
I am not under oath.
Now, I don't know. I wasn't there, so I can't really give conclusive testimony to this. But I'm going to bet that Judge Matthew Foxman Jr. did not threaten your life, good sir. He's a really chill, mellow type of dude. And so this dude actually, this judge in Daytona Beach in Volusia County, he had a reputation. He had a nickname. A lot of judges have nicknames in different counties. This dude's nickname in Volusia County, this judge, was Set 'em Free Foxman. And you knew if you saw that your judge on your case was going to be Judge Matthew Foxman Jr., the honorable, the distinguished, that you were going to probably be okay. Unless you're a pee-pee toucher. You don't like those. It's not the same in Florida as everywhere else where they get to ice skate for hurting kids. But if you were just on a drug charge, a possession charge, a fist fight, something like that, and you got Set 'em Free Foxman, you might be in luck. So I don't believe that Set 'em Free Foxman threatened your life, sir. Backwoods Templar said, we're going to get GTA 7 before we get GTA 6 at this rate. Amen and hallelujah, bro. That shit's crazy.
This is being done unconstitutionally. Y'all took my kids unrightfully. You want to allow my witnesses here?
You took your kids unrightfully, but you seem like such a level-headed guy. I'm sure you were a great father.
You want to allow my paperwork? Y'all took all my court paperwork. And when they all come in,
should have hooped that shit like Wes Watson, my guy. Everybody knows, according to Wes Watson, that if you want to keep your paperwork, you shove it in your butthole.
Here, I'm going to say the same thing. So let's bring him in. Quit wasting my time and bring him in so I can tell him the same thing. Quit wasting my time and bring him in.
Holly, make sure you take down what I say. He was sworn in.
No, I was not sworn in.
Yes,
I've never been sworn in this court. Bring the camera back. He's making this up.
He's representing.
He is making this up. I was never sworn in. I have not been sworn in at all.
Dude said, bring the camera back. Roll that footage. Let's do the instant replay to see if I was sworn in. Bro, why he's just being a dick for no reason, dog. And Judge Foxman, who's normally a really good guy, he got Set 'em Free Foxman. You got Set 'em Free. You hit the lottery of judges, my guy. That dude is reasonable. He literally honestly cares about people. He's not trying to beat your ass with time. And you're going to provoke the dude. He's lucky he didn't get Zambrano. If he got Judge Zambrano, bro, I'm telling you right now, Judge Zambrano would have had him tased, pepper sprayed, some more shit. Bro, I'm telling you right now, them COs out in Florida, they don't play around, man. If a judge tells him, take him back to his cell and whoop his ass, if they tell him that off to the side, they'll come in your cell at 4 a.m, 4 or 5 deep, and they'll handle your shit, bro. You'll be eating through a straw for a couple months after that. But you want to push Foxman's buttons. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let's see how he takes it.
You're a liar.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
We're ready to go ahead and proceed with.
No, we are not.
So that being said, number one, I need to know whether or not you want to be here during the trial process.
No.
All right. Do you want to testify though?
No, I don't. This is all being done unconstitutionally, unrightfully. Y'all are you ain't allowing my evidence. You ain't allowing my people.
We haven't started the trial yet.
It doesn't matter. You still deny it.
Deny.
I get the feeling here that this dude has no idea how a trial works, but we're looking at the guy. It looks like he's done time before. Was he on heroin the entire trial before he looks like he's done time to me, bro. But he's not acting like he's any type of jailhouse lawyer. You know what I'm saying? If you've been run through the system once or twice, you definitely know how all this shit works. You don't get to have witnesses and evidence at this point in the process. They ain't done nothing yet, dog. So it's pretty crazy the shit that he's pushing for. I don't know if maybe he's just on some K2 or, coming off a bad run on meth, but he's definitely not advocating for himself in any type of proper way on this. And he's just coming off the fool. pretty wild. Pretty damn wild.
Everything that I've asked. Every motion I put up, you've denied everything. You wouldn't even look at my first 2 motions.
I've looked at everything.
And I came here respectfully before you even started acting like a little rich
appropriately.
Woo! So this is the point in the video where they stop editing things and y'all aren't going to hear beeps. Viewer discretion is advised.
My daddy owns the building and I look like a fucking idiot, huh? Brought your dress today, you little fucking prick.
Woo!
You wanna fucking take my kids from me and act like that? Fuck you and that fucking bitch. You lie over me? Is that what you're gonna do?
No.
Well then do it again, come on. Shut the fuck up.
So just to give you guys a little bit of context, Matthew Foxman Jr., his dad was the Honorable Judge Foxman Sr. So when you go to that courthouse, it's called the Foxman Justice Center. So Judge Foxman Jr. has clout there. He can pretty much write his own ticket. And instead of being like a Nepo baby asshole that just threw the book at everybody, he decided he wanted to be a good judge. He wanted to be just. He wanted to try to help people. I got a lot of respect for this dude. In fact, you know, he saved my life. And then later on, after I graduated from the treatment center that he sent me to, I was working for 2 different treatment centers and a sober living. And I was a court liaison. So I would go into him when we would want to get people out of jail. If they were on his caseload, I could go in and I could walk into court wearing a suit, and I'd be like, "What's up, Mr. Foxman? How are you, Your Honor?" And he'd be like, "My friend, Mr. DeLay is here." And I'd be like, "Yeah, I'm here to see if we can work something out to get yada, yada, yada out of jail before trial and into our treatment center because we believe that he'd be a great candidate to get him in recovery." And there was only one time that Judge Foxman told me no. It happened to be with my best friend. We've talked about him before here, Mr. Tony Dangerbridge. And the only reason that he told me no was because they had more pending charges for him, and they hit him with a bunch of trafficking charges, not the people trafficking, the drug trafficking. And that's what he's in prison on right now. I wasn't able to get him out, but that was the only time that I wasn't able to get him out. He let me get like more than half a dozen dudes out of jail into beds in treatment. And I know at least a few of those dudes still today are clean and sober. They're working jobs. They got their lives back because that's the type of shit that Judge Foxman likes to see in life. He likes to see people make it. He likes to see people win. So that's the type of dude he is. And yes, his daddy's name is on the building.
I'm trying to think over here.
Try hard.
Bitch. On the road this time. Yes, sir. Alan, we're going to run that through.
Bye!
Motherfucking take all my paperwork so I can't fucking show these people? You want to take all my paperwork from me? Lock me in a cell fucking naked all night?
Oh, dude, they put him in a butt naked cell. See, when you wild out real hard, when you're making yourself a total menace in the courtroom or in the jail, they often will put you in a butt naked cell. They think that you're at a risk of hurting yourself or others, or they just don't like the look of you and they say they think you're a risk of hurting yourself or others. They gonna put you in a butt naked cell, bro. It's called I can't say the word on here, sewer slide cell. They put you on watch. They put you in a cell that ain't got none in it except a little blanket that's made out of tear-proof stuff, booty ass naked, and you go sleep in there. They can put you in there for like 3 days legally. After that, they're supposed to bring you out. And there's a camera in the corner watching you while you're booty ass naked with nothing but a blanket. Sometimes they'll give you a turtle suit. Sometimes they don't. They are under no legal obligation to give you that turtle suit. Y'all have seen inmates come into court in the turtle suit. Yeah, that's made out of tear-proof stuff, so you can't tear it up and, use it to Epstein thine self. Yo, Slangin' Burgers, dude, thank you for the support, homie. Really appreciate that. Big love to you. I'm going to order some of your stickers, bro, and apply them within close proximity of guilty things, places of residence as a marker. Hopefully others will follow, and word will spread soon. Wood chipper! Bro, I would love that, man. That would be so sick if you got Make Pedophiles Afraid Again stickers and put them around places in your local area where pederasts are known to dwell. Big love and respect, and thank you for the support. Natty Native Noise, man, thank you, my G. What's up? Yo, JD, that A Perfect Circle show last night was like going to church. You need to check out Rick and Morty, People versus Rick Allen, based on actual court transcript, bro. I'm glad you had a great time at that show. Every time that I've seen A Perfect Circle live, it's been a killer show, and I have watched that Rick and Morty at least a dozen times, bro. Probably more. That's one of my favorite shits they ever did. So they're dragging him out of court here. Think he calms down now?
Talked about this before. Mr. McCarty's chosen to voluntarily absent himself as opposed to...
Nice guy.
Sorry, we got to deal with it, folks. I've chosen that room as opposed to duct tape. He can watch and hear what we're doing. And I'm going to...
So he put him in the other room where he can observe and hear what's going on, but he's not in the courtroom while they're determining what's going to happen to him. And courts can do this, but they can still hear him because he's screaming like a bitch.
Allow him to confer with his attorney at the critical moments, but he's chosen to absent himself from the courtroom, just so you know. I've talked to him, if that's what you want to call a conversation, thus far. But you are not to perceive anything negative about that. He has a voluntary right to be here, which he's been given. And he has a voluntary right not to be here, which he's chosen to exercise. You're to perceive nothing of that. You are here to do the two things that I asked you to do on Monday. Was there a crime? And to see the person who committed the crime. And I'll give you details on how the state has to prove it. That being said, I knew it was going to happen, but has there been any media attention brought to your world in a way that affects you in any way? I'm asking.
That's crazy, bro. He's still in there hooting and hollering, yelling and screaming. You can hear him through the walls. Daniel Wadley said, crash test dummy mode activated. Big facts on that, bro. Big facts. Irish Bomb Squad, my homeboy, said, hey, JD, did you see Yellow Wolf in Eugene this weekend? I did not, my guy. I saw Yellow Wolf back in the day with Ritz at the Wow Hall. I got to take Graves and Allen, rest in peace. And we went and had a real good time. Yellow Wolf always puts on a real good show. I didn't go to the McDonald Theater show. I don't do super good with big crowds. I'm going to actually opt for going to the Summer of Sins tour or festival. It's going to be in Ohio. A bunch of my friends are playing. Yellow Wolf's playing. Caskey's going to be playing. My boy Doobie, bro. I was just in the latest Doobie music video. And they've invited me out there. DJ Highlight, Jelly Rolls DJ, also in Arena Rockers. They've invited me out there, so I'm going to go hang out, kick it VIP and chill with them for that. It's going to be a multi-day festival. It's camping and everything. I'm going to have to rent some sort of a camper because I know that Jax is not a camping top person unless she has facilities because she doesn't want to cosplay being homeless. And yeah, I forgot to mention my dude Struggle Jennings is playing. Daniel Wadley. Struggle Jennings is a really good friend of mine. Struggle is my dog, bro. Like Struggle is like a brother. Struggle's like my bro, like 100%. And he's going to be playing at that too. And I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited for that. AJ, yes, Eminem put him on. He's got great rhythm, bro. Yeah, Yellow Wolf is a beast, bro. He's a beast, and his live shows are crazy. Like he does a little bit of everything. When I saw him, he did some crazy Nirvana covers. He was just out there, big ass energy, and I got to see him at a tiny club, bro. The Wow Hall is a small club here in Eugene, Oregon that I've played many, 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 many times. So it was cool to see him there. I'm just gonna do some comments, man. I just want to rock out with y'all for the duration of this thing, man.
You talk so fast. Oh my gosh. Can I just say I will never apologize for wanting indoor plumbing?
That's fair. That's fair. I do be talking fast, man. Dr. Dre Light said a little tweak to Abby's idea. I still like hers more. Steal hearts, not childhoods. Stealing hearts is positive, right? Metaphorically. I mean, it depends on if you're the Alabama prison system.
Just gonna say it.
Yep, which is where they're stealing organs. But if you mean like stealing them with love, that's cool. That's cool. Cue Ball, one of our day ones in this community, said, homeless, I'm dead. Cosplaying homeless.
That's what I always call it.
That's exactly what she calls it when you're talking about camping. Mars Ave said, I love y'all. Thank you for helping us survive. God bless the president of Chipperville. We love you, Mars. Hell yeah. Choco Taco's here. Justin Cameron, Jackson, JD are a national treasure and a great blessing. You are, man. Thank you. Irish Bomb Squad, I'm in your DMs as Irish Bomb Squad. I will check those out, bro. Hell yeah. Dr. Dre Light said, I do not support stealing organs. We don't either, my man. Abby said the queen needs facilities. That's big facts.
Trey. Oh, Trey.
Hobo Rob prospecting. I didn't know you were here in Oregon. I'm just up the road in Corvallis. That's what's up, man. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Cue Ball said wood chipper tribe. Daniel Denlar said Ozzy Osbourne barked at the moon and the moon barked back, Jack. That's a fact, bro. So he's getting ready to do his very last concert, man. And they are like gathering a lot of really crazy guests for that. They're going to be out there doing some stuff. They actually got the guitarist from Soundgarden who's going to be playing a song or two with them. I guess he's only going to be playing like 5 songs because, you know, the Oster is he's in the twilight years, bro. He's like me. He's old. He's old. Justin Cameron wants to know how Zero's doing. Zero is a dapper young lad, man. The Boston Terrier looking all tuxedoed up. He's the goodest good boy. I just got to say, we're real lucky to have him. Kimberly Rule said, camping for me, glamping, aka spending time at a spa with all the amenities. Yes.
Exactly. Every time we go to a hotel, I say we're camping because there's packing involved.
Now, I like actually camping. Do y'all like camping? Like getting out there, getting in a tent? You know, maybe you got to blow up mattress. Maybe you got to blow up doll. Maybe you don't blow nothing up, bro. Maybe you blow shit up with dynamite. I like actual camping. Last time I went camping, it was in the great state of Florida. And I found a scorpion in my damn tent. And from being from Oregon, we don't got a lot of scorpions out here. It was the first time in a couple decades I had seen a scorpion up close. And then I went out to do the Unsubscribe podcast, and I'm up in Donut Operator's house, and his kid comes down, and he's like, I just got stung by a damn scorpion. And I'm like, oh, what the hell? Yeah.
See, I grew up camping in Florida. I'd go camping all the time, and I feel like I got it out of my system as a kid. So now that I have to pay bills, so I'm going to enjoy the amenities.
Yeah, we do pay a lot of bills. Yo, William, thank you so much, homie. I appreciate that support. Huge fan here. I don't do fans, homie, because I'm just a normal dude. We could be friends or we could be family. It's up to you. Can't wait to watch you cover the Diddy trial when it happens. My guy, starts tomorrow. We're actually getting into the real shits tomorrow. So it's going to start heating up. Now, so far in the Diddy trial, we have seen some things happen. You know, they've added a witness that, you know, Albie Sure just got added as a witness as they lost a witness. Now, I'm still not entirely certain 100% what happened with witness number 3, because witness number 3 said they were ready to testify. They've been subpoenaed in a federal case, and now they're missing. But after announcing for several days that they were missing, the feds also came out and admitted that witness number 3 never wanted to testify. But if you don't testify when subpoenaed, they're going to come, they're going to get you, and they're going to drag your ass back. You're going to face some problems if you're subpoenaed and you don't show. William said, always glad to have new friends. My guy, me too. And I'm so glad you're here, homie. Big love and respect. But yeah, this week, is going to be crazy because this is like, in my opinion, biggest case for true crime since OJ. Biggest since OJ for sure. Abby said that I'm cutting out a lot. I apologize, you guys. That sucks. I don't mean to be cutting out. I'm not sure if it's a weather thing because the weather's bad here or what's going on. Anybody use Starlink? Is there anybody in the chat who uses Starlink? Because I'm doing, normal internet, but I pay for the bestest internet that they provide. Maybe I should use Starlink. Stream is fine for me. D-Money. Hell yeah, my guy. Say hello to the federal marshals. War, you are 100% correct. If you try to duck a subpoena in a federal court case, you're going to get to meet some federal marshals, dog. And the federal marshals, they don't really miss. They have a task force with the federal marshals. They're the ones that they send out if you break out of prison. If you escape custody, they send out them federal marshals after you. Mad Rabbit says, I use Starlink. It's great. That's good to know, man. War said, you're all good my way, bro. JD, Mike O'Mara. JD, love the show, brother. Got a cool quote for you. Stop chucking sodium and step to the podium. Love that shit, bro. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Is Diddy catching or pitching in jail? I would assume that he's going to be on catcher status, dog. Unless somebody really likes their prostate tickled and they're like, get behind me now, fool. But I got a feeling he's going to be in the shower washing his feet while somebody else be washing his back. Backwoods Templar, what's up, fam? How you doing? Love you. Last time I went camping, it was a fishing trip, and I had a buddy say, you only eat what you catch. He didn't catch anything but a few minnows. Damn, bro. Going to bed hungry. ISIL Paint, stop simping for Luigi. Stuck a fat trough load of funky discolored dicks, bro.
That was so random.
Such a random, weird-ass thing to say. You just upping your feelings on some shit, my guy? You like the response you got? You fucking crusty loser? That dude ain't been convicted of nothing. That dude ain't been convicted of a damn thing. And I'm going to tell you right now, there is a very weak case against him. That case is very weak. We got some pictures of this. We got eyebrow pictures, homie, that don't even really match. That's about all they're going to have in that courtroom if that Pennsylvania shit ends up getting thrown out, because that Pennsylvania shit, it's all fucked up, bro. I'm going to tell you right now, they're going to have trouble getting that Pennsylvania shit introduced into court, and then everything's going to be fruit of the poison tree. And I'm assuming ISIL Paint is too thick and dense-headed to understand the concept, the legal concept of fruit of the poison tree. But yeah. Ligma Johnson, he had a gun on him. Okay, a gun they're not going to be able to use in court? A gun that they can't match to the bullets from the crime?
Okay, but that name.
Ligma Johnson, yeah, that's pretty cool. I fuck with your name, dog. I disagree with you, but I fuck with your name, and you were respectful. So, like, I 100% respect you back, dog. Especially with that name. Mars Ave, P. Shitty is the new Aretha Franklin in jail. Oh, man. He's going to be the new Urethra Franklin in jail. Get it? Urethra? Yes. What's up? He's not here anymore. Bye. James, I'm gay. We appreciate you, bro. Hell yeah. I hope you get all the best dick in the world, my friend. I hope you get the bestest dicks you could possibly find, dog. Hell yeah. We accept and appreciate everybody here. This is a place of love, my friend. And, people love different ways. As long as you love in consensual adults, we fucking celebrate that, bro, because love is one of the best things you're ever going to find, bro. You know what I'm saying? Love is one of the best things in the world. I'm going to celebrate anytime two consenting adults find love with each other. I don't care. I don't even care if it's cousins, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's your and you're consensual and you're happy, Hell yeah, brother. Maybe don't procreate.
I was just going to say your gene pool might care.
Yeah, but I don't care if you have a bunch of weird, fucked up kids with 3 eyes. That's not my problem.
We also love all of the special needs.
JD, community reminder. In every day, there are 1,440 minutes. That means we have 1,440 daily opportunities to make a positive impact. Les Brown. I love that, my man. I absolutely love that. I love you, bro. William said, just curious, when a Netflix gets rights to this, who would you want to see play Diddy? Charleston White. Charleston White might make a good Diddy. I don't know. I don't like Charleston White because of the way he talks about gang raping white girls and the way he be assaulting cats. I don't know, man. Probably someone unknown.
Yeah, like why would you wish him the blessing of employment?
Well, I just think that it's a shitty role to play. Like you gotta play one of the most known, nasty, notorious. Like Diddy, I feel like is pretty fucking hated, bro. I feel like Diddy is pretty fucking hated at this point. Yeah, Christina, don't fuck with cats. Any of y'all seen that show? Don't fuck with cats. That's for real. Backwoods Templar Will Smith. Yo, that'd be kind of lit. That'd be kind of lit. Well, you guys, I love you, and I hope that you're having an amazing Mother's Day. I'm going to take off and spend the rest of this day with my favorite mother, Jax. And I hope you guys have a great evening. This next week is going to be crazy. We are going to be doing a lot of Diddy coverage, man. I mean, I'm not going to be like covering Diddy, but we're going to be covering the court case. And it's going to be heating up a lot. So hang out with us. We're going to be doing some lives. We're going to be doing some good stuff. I love each and every one of you guys. And until the next one, be good or be good at it, baby. Happy Mother's Days to all the mamas, the baby's mamas, and the baby's mamas up in this bitch. Be nice to your mom and your baby's mom. I'm out.